Live from clickorlando.com and WKMG, we're getting results in your neighborhood now at noon.
Now at noon, a local charity pushing to get a family justice center in Orange County. How the facility would help several domestic violence and assault victims all under one roof.
And state lawmakers launching a special session addressing several issues, including immigration, and it starts with a bit of political drama. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Bridget Ellison.
And I'm Justin Mormith. Lawmakers started a special session just about an hour and a half ago. It was called on by Governor Ron DeSantis to talk about immigration policy President Trump wants to enact. But the Speaker of the House ended that session and started one called by legislative leaders.
And News 6's Laverne McGee joins us now with a breakdown on what to expect as all this gets underway. Laverne.
Thanks so much. I've been monitoring the special session. Lawmakers had originally filed a number of bills to crack down on illegal immigrants, but today they decided to put it all in one bill that the governor will review. Legislative rules say that it must be filed in both the House and the Senate, and we're going to be monitoring those sessions, of course, for you. Now, among other things, the bill puts immigration oversight in the state in the hands of Agriculture Commissioner Wilton Simpson, reducing what they call unnecessary bureaucracy and allowing law enforcement to work seamlessly with federal immigration officers. Now, other bills were mentioned regarding things such as hurricane relief, the citizen ballot initiative process, and condo fee reform. However, none of those items are moving forward today. They will be dealt with in the regular session, which starts in March. And of course, we are continuing to monitor the latest developments, and we'll bring you the latest.
Thank you. Check on your weather now. Here's a live look at Daytona Beach. A gorgeous afternoon and a big difference a few days makes.
This is what we're talking about. This is what we've been wanting, and Chief Meteorologist Candace Campos joins us now. And if you like today, Candace, boy, you are in for a treat.
It's like Florida did a forced restart, right? Let's get back to where we should be, everybody. Temperatures out the door right now. We're in the upper 60s to low 70s. If you have the opportunity to maybe take lunch outside or maybe go for an extra longer walk later on this evening, the weather is going to be cooperating all across Central Florida. Right now, we're still updated right now at 72 degrees right now in the Villages. We're in the upper 60s from Leesburg through Claremont, 69 as well in Sanford, 73 degrees there in Cocoa Beach. Now our highs, fast forward the clock just another few hours or so, we are expecting to max out upper 60s to low 70s, about 70 degrees there in Palm Coast. 73 is our high there in the Villages. Here's another live look. We haven't been able to really enjoy the live view there of Daytona Beach because no one is ever there for the past month, what it seems like. But people are finally starting to come out of the woodworks. We're at 72 degrees right now, partly cloudy skies, a breeze out of the southwest. So the beach forecast is going to look like this for the next few days. 71 will be our temperature. Moderate risk of rip currents, but that UV index is on the rise, all thanks to a little extra sunshine in the forecast. We'll have more details on the big time warm up for the weekend coming up in just a few minutes.
See you then, Candace. Thank you. New information on several hit and runs that ended with 3 Tampa police officers hurt. Tampa's police chief says they were trying to stop a 47-year-old man who hit at least 4 people with his car, killing one of them. After forcing the driver to stop on I-275, police say he was getting out of his car, reaching for what they believed to be a weapon, and then shots were fired. The man was killed. The chief says 3 officers who were injured will be okay.
Students are back at Roosevelt Elementary School in Cocoa Beach this morning and afternoon following the arrest of their principal, Elizabeth Hill Brodigan. The school's principal and another teacher, Carly Anderson, were arrested after police say they hosted a house party with more than 100 underage teens. According to police, alcohol was available to them in coolers. One student so intoxicated, Brevard County Fire Rescue had to treat them. We're told another one got a DUI. Hill, Brodigan, and Anderson were arrested on multiple charges. Both are now out on bond. In just hours, the Lady Lake Police Department is set to talk about the arrest of a man who was on the FBI's most wanted list. The FBI says an officer pulled over Donald Fields II near 441 Saturday morning. When that officer did a background check on Fields, we're told he came back on the FBI most wanted list. Investigators say he's been on the run since 2022 and was added to the most wanted list in 2023 for a series of child sex crimes. Today's press conference is scheduled for 2 o'clock. Well, this morning, an event held to bless the newest Safe Haven baby box installed in Florida. The latest box is in Ocala, and it's the 6th one in the state, located at 1400 Southwest 6th Avenue in Ocala, a few blocks from Advent Health Ocala and HCA Florida Ocala Hospital. According to the release, the box offers a secure and compassionate option for parents in crisis, giving infants a chance for the future.
that when resources are being taken away, we have to add more resources. And so having another resource for parents in this time, this day, it's critical.
Last year, Florida lawmakers increased the grace period from 7 days to 30 days for parents to anonymously surrender unwanted infants at safe haven locations, no questions asked. There are now 313 boxes in the United States. President Trump is back in Florida today hosting Republican lawmakers.
And it comes just a day after this weekend's public spat with the Colombian government. Coming up, the latest updates from the White House on the deportation flights to Colombia and what their government's saying about allowing them. You're watching News 6 at noon. Getting results. We'll be right back.
Introducing the new $25 million Gold Rush Multiplier Scratch-Off from the Florida Lottery. No matter what's happening where you live, trust Sky 6 to get you the bigger picture. Exclusively sponsored by attorney Dan Newland.
An apparent pause in the public spat between President Trump and the president of Colombia over migrant deportations. The overnight agreement halting a trade war between the two countries.
Meanwhile, President Trump is turning focus to his domestic agenda today, attending the House GOP retreat at his club in South Florida. CBS's Jared Hill has more.
Advocates and community leaders took a big step toward bringing a justice center to Orange County today, a space designed to provide life-saving resources for survivors of domestic violence, sexual assault, and other forms of abuse, all under one roof. News 6's Angie Casada attended that meeting today and has more. Great to see that. Here's a live look now over Port Canaveral from the Launch Credit Union Port Cam there. Another gorgeous shot on this afternoon. The sunshine is back, so are the blue skies.
We are thawing out, and it feels great. Chief Meteorologist Candace Campo's here now, and just plenty of blue skies as far as the days can see, Candace.
Yeah, as well as a very big crane that's always smack in the middle of this picture. The winds right now are just nice and calm at this hour. You can see the water almost looks like glass this afternoon. We're at 72 degrees. Our Launch Credit Union camera, though, delivering just a beautiful live look out there. Now, the weather, no matter which live look we will pull from, it's just a really fantastic afternoon. Florida finally looking like a January Florida. Upper 60s, low 70s out the door. So for those who might need it, maybe a nice little light jacket, maybe a long sleeve t-shirt, but overall it's just going to be a really nice mild afternoon. Very pleasant, nearing normal at this point in time. But now let's check on that hour-by-hour forecast for today.
Sponsored by Strata Air Conditioning and Heating. AC emergency? You ought to call Strata.
Overall, just a great day to be outside. So whether it's taking lunch outside, maybe taking dinner outside, maybe a little extra longer walk, that certainly will be a nice idea, as the weather will certainly be cooperating. By 5 o'clock, we're going to start that gradual cooling trend. We'll be down into the 70s as the sun goes down. Overnight, lows are going to continue to dip a little bit into those 50s. Not as chilly as this morning, but another cool start again. And the reason why it's not going to be as cold is because we are watching another cold front. It's just to our north. The main line, which will pretty much turn into kind of an old boundary, really not producing any rain in the forecast, maybe an isolated sprinkle. It will add a lot of cloud cover throughout the overnight into early tomorrow morning. So tomorrow you might wake up and you say, oh no, the clouds are back. It's going to be another gloomy day. When are we going to get out of this? The good news is the clouds will clear pretty quickly by about 10, 11 o'clock. Then we have a big old ridge of high pressure that is going to continue to take control, bring our winds in back out of the north. And even though we're not going to see a big drop in those temperatures, it still will be feeling very comfortable, very pleasant. So hello, Florida. Welcome back. Temperatures are going to be still in the 70s for your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, even into Friday with overnight lows down into the 50s, maybe a few upper 40s for areas well north of Orlando. But then as we head into the weekend, the palm fronds are going to be blowing there in the breeze. The breeze is going to be picking up just a bit. Highs could get back into the low 80s, both Saturday and Sunday, with our overnight lows also warming a bit into the 60s. Kind of widening out the view here. You can see that the same big bubble of that cold Arctic blast that the Deep South has been under for what feels like the entire month of January. We're going to see the big pendulum swing the other way as we are going to continue to see temperatures well above average. Now, mind you, if it was equal or kind of a near normal setup, it'd be basically this gray shade. That is not the case. It looks like we are going to still be being well above average, not only for the rest of the week and into the weekend, but into at least the first full week of February. So yeah, I think it's safe to say you could put the sweaters away, at least the heavier ones. You might need them depending on how early you're getting out the door in the next few mornings, but certainly going to be a nice stretch. Tons of sunshine. Limited rain, though, is in the forecast. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Candace. Last night's NFL conference title games set the stage.
And now we know who's playing in the Super Bowl. Coming up, what you can expect to pay if you want to buy a ticket to watch the big game and the Big Easy.
It's a rematch 2 years in the making. The Eagles and Chiefs facing off again in the Super Bowl.
That's right. The Chiefs looking to make some history as well. The Super Bowl will be hosted in New Orleans February 9th. The Chiefs punched their ticket by knocking out Josh Allen and the Bills yesterday 32-29 as they look to become the first team to win 3 Super Bowls in a row. They're taking on an Eagles team coming off a 55-23 win over Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. Some Eagles fans say they believe their superstitions helped the team make it to the big game.
We ended up having to play ping pong because anytime we were playing ping pong, the Eagles were winning.
Yeah, I'm sure Saquon Barkley had nothing to do with that. The stage is set for fans across the country who are ready to see who will take home the Lombardi Trophy. And for anyone hoping to go to the big game, it'll cost you a pretty penny. The cheapest ticket on StubHub sitting at just under $5,000.
Another launch from the Space Coast is set to take off later this afternoon. SpaceX set to launch that round of Starlink satellites. The launch scheduled to take off from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, the 20th flight for the rocket's first stage booster, which has already launched 10 Starlink missions. Liftoff targeted just before 3:30 p.m. And we'll have it for you live here on News 6 and clickorlando.com if it happens.
News 6 at noon. We'll be right back.
Get the latest news, weather, and more from the News 6 Plus streaming app. Visit the Roku App Store to download the News 6 Plus app today.
Pirates invaded the city of Tampa on Saturday.
They were holding the annual Gasparilla Festival, and it kicked off with a flotilla, including the Jose Gasparilla, the second ship invading the city. Officials say hundreds, if not thousands, of boats emerged at the end of Hillsborough Bay and into Seddon Channel. And once the ship docked at Tampa Convention Center, the key to the city was surrendered to the crew of the boat. I still got to get out there for that.
It's quite the experience when you go out there. And yeah, I mean, it's tough to get around, but it really is the best event if it has beautiful weather, and they timed it out pretty perfectly because if it was anything like it was last week, that'd have been brutal, Candace.
Yeah, that cold and rainy, that is not that's complete opposite.
That's
warm
right.
and sunny. That's going to be the forecast over the next few days. But notice, like Florida we have to take everything to an extreme. By Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be out of the 70s, be back into the 80s potentially come Saturday and Sunday. Looks like we'll be on this nice warmer stretch. If you like it warm, you're going to like the next couple of days, even into like almost the first week or so of February.
Wow.
Very nice.
I like that.
We'll be back at 4. We break news on clickorlando.com.
You can also find all of our stories and breaking news on News 6 Plus. That's the Smart TV app, or by downloading the News 6 app. Hope you have a great day. Take care.